start with the elephant in the room. Is there a quarterback controversy?
Absolutely not. 1,000% not. DJ is by no question our quarterback. It ain't. I mean, there's no question about it. Coach addressed the team about it. I mean, it's just like anything else. A guy goes out there and is not having a great day. I'm just glad we got guys that can come in there and we don't skip a beat, or we find a way to spark the team. All right. First thing that DJ said after the game is, Coach, all I want to do is win. It doesn't matter. I'm just so fired up about us winning. That's what he said, and that's who he is. And so he's gonna be fine. No problem right there. So yeah, there's no controversy at all.
What do you think of Cade's energy and demeanor in that fourth quarter?
Yeah, well, I'll tell you, that's what you hope for. You know, when you have a guy that is special like Cade, that you know can spark some energy into the group and really just get it going. And that's the sign of a kid that's number one, just ready to go, and that isn't scared of the moment at all. And so just excited for him and for him to be able to finally get out on the field. You know, he hadn't had a ton of game experience, and for him to go out there with a lot of confidence and do some good things, I was really, really pleased. And then it was great to see the team rally around him too, you know, and I told the team after the game, or after in the locker room, I just told the offense that we have found every way known to man to win a game, you know, whether we're throwing for 350 or rushing for almost 300 like today, all right? And that's what's so special about our group, is we have guys that are just putting it all on the line and doing whatever it takes to win.
Did this remind you a little bit of the Chase Brice game?
It did. Yeah, it did. It did.
Chase was here, wasn't he?
I mean, you know what? I think he was. I heard he was coming. So it was. I mean, just another example of a guy that came in and you know, just sparked us and got us a victory.
Coach, when you make a quarterback change like that, how much of a luxury is it to be able to fall back on a guy like Will Shipley? He didn't play in this game last year. It was tight. 242 all-purpose yards.
I mean, y'all see it week in and week out. The more he gets the ball, the better he is, and he just found ways, man. And our offensive line was incredible tonight. That was a challenge. We knew we were going to be bigger than they were. I mean, their defensive line was not big. We weren't big guys. Did a lot of twisting and moving, and we really did a good job of covering them up and creating lanes for Shipley and Mafah. And like you said, man, Shipley just, I mean, even after he had the tough the fumble, I mean, come right back to him, and he just continues to respond and just do some really, really good stuff.
What to say about this team to win a game and lose the turnover battle?
Yeah.
4-1.
Yeah, it wasn't a close turnover battle either. You know, it was, you know, I think, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think coming into this game we were ranked second in the country offensively of taking care of the football. Top 5. I think we were second, but so that's something that we've been doing very, very well. And I hate that today, you know, we just struggled taking care of the ball. And you know, and it was just another way. We found a way to overcome all of those mistakes, and the guys just kept believing, and that's what we've been talking about all year long, is just guys believing. And so overcoming having 4 turnovers, that's hard to do. So you know you got something special when you can do that.
What's your message to DJ in the moment and then after the game?
Oh yeah, I said, hey DJ, we're just gonna go with Cade and just try to get something sparked. He goes, yeah, Coach, I'm good. Yeah, let's do it. You know, so he's all in with everything. I mean, I've never seen a kid so dedicated and so fired up about winning, and just whatever it takes, you know, no matter what. And so, and then afterwards, man, I just told him how proud I was of him as a leader. I mean, he was the first guy to congratulate Cade and everything he did the whole day. You know, and that's not the norm. And that just goes back to the culture that we have, and the culture that we really, really, you know, it's just allowed us to be like this and be able to win games like that, and because of that culture.
Did you try to DJ about why things didn't go his way today, and why he kind of wasn't himself?
No, we really hadn't had a chance to really talk exactly what happened, other than the plays out on the field. I mean, he just made a couple poor decisions. Really, the first interception was he just threw it late. He just wasn't on time. And then the second one, I'll have to look at the film. Obviously, he threw it up in the middle safety look. And so, you know, we got to get that fixed. You know, just stuff that he hasn't done most of the year. And he'll get it fixed, though. I got no concern at all.
Was part of that maybe being hesitant or late being the way Syracuse like to disguise coverage? I think Dabo said this week he's got to make sure what he sees post-snap is the same what he thought he saw pre-snap.
Yeah, it was. It were really, they were a lot simpler today than they showed on film. You know, so it was not a difficult coverage. It was a two safety look. He just has to read the corner right there. He read the corner kind of sat down, and he ended up, you know, just throwing it late and behind him. It might have been a one high, but it was a man coverage, and they switched off the two receivers. But it should have been a clean throw right there. He just threw it late, you know.
Brandon, these guys ran 34 more plays. How much of that? Were you trying to wear them down the more you held the ball at the brand?
Yeah, I mean, number one, we really, really wanted to establish the run game, and really, we knew with the offensive line that we got and the running backs that we got, man, just continue to give them the ball. And I mean, really, we had so much push and surge all night long. I mean, I just had to keep going back to it. I think we ran the ball 60 times tonight, and they just kept responding. And kind of like I've talked about, Shipley keeps getting better the more you get it to him. Same thing with the offensive line. They just kept getting better and better and better, and really, really dominated the front. And that was really, really good to see. So.
All the talk to me about Shipley, but Mafah. I mean, when he gets in the ball, he punishes defenses.
He really does.
Talk about the 1-2 punch that you have.
It is. I was just really proud of both those guys, you know, and they feed off of each other. I thought Coach Spiller did an awesome job of how he subbed and when he subbed and just the timing of all that. And like you said, we don't skip a beat at all with Phil Mafah in the game. There's no question about it. Doesn't matter what the scenario is. I got so much confidence in him. So just proud of those guys.
It seemed that Syracuse was trying to knock him on the big play. He was a lot of too high safety. Was it hard to try to stay patient with the run game? Is that kind of what you saw too? As they were trying to take away?
Yeah, they did. They played a lot more base defense and a lot more too high stuff, especially on first down. And so we weren't used to seeing that as much. And so I just felt like, and it was easier to be patient because we were running the ball so well. And it was awesome to see that. Like, we can kind of take whatever they're giving us. They're playing two safeties and keeping those guys out of the box, and we're able to run the ball. And when you have a team that has so much, so much talent in all positions, you're able to do that, kind of take what they give you. So it was fun, and it was good to be patient and really just continue to run that rock.
Did you have to adjust much when Cade came in the game from the play calling standpoint?
One thing we did was we felt like playing with the better tempo, so we had more tempo plays, just trying to go faster, and our guys were feeding off of it. And it kind of goes back too with how many plays we ran, a lot more than they did, and so we kept their defense on the field a good bit and continued to wear them down. So, you know, in that second half, just being able to play a little bit faster and wear them down even more kind of helped our tempo. By having tempo, it helped us get into a little bit more of a rhythm too.
Is there anything you wish you'd maybe called or done a little differently with Cade in the game? Pretty pleased with how.
I felt pretty good. I mean, I really did. I thought he ran the ball. When he needed to, and I just felt like the way that our guys were blocking in the run game, and I just knew before long Shipley was going to hit that long one for that touchdown, and so just trying to be patient, and you got to protect. There's a guy coming in the game that hadn't played in the game in a while, you know, so it worked out good.
I have to ask about the two.
Yep.
I have to ask about the 2-point conversion. That Dabo looked pretty irate on the sidelines. What was the miscommunication?
Yeah. Well, we told our offense right before we started the drive, hey, we score here, we're going to go for 2, and then they got caught up in the celebration, and I got the call. I tried to get the call in, and we just didn't have enough guys paying attention really. So that's our job as coaches to make sure that they're ready to go for that 2-point play, and. We had to change our call. We changed our call, and then Cade and Gada just made a heck of a play on a scramble situation.
Brandon, when you saw that flag go fly on their sideline on the 3rd and 25.
At the end?
No, when Cade was scrambling in the third quarter.
When we threw the deep one to the end zone? No.
This was earlier. This was on his first drive.
Okay.
His first drive when they hit him out of bounds.
Oh, yeah.
3rd and 25 when you were going to punt.
Yeah, it was a beautiful color, yellow-colored flag. It was beautiful.
Did
yeah.
I mean,
looking back, how much life did that give you guys?
Very much so. Yeah, anytime. I mean, anytime that happens and just helps us with our momentum, you know, and you know, we were obviously way behind the sticks there, and man, it was really good to see that.
What's the mindset? You have 2 weeks to prepare for South Bend. No better time for a bye week after what y'all have gone through. What's the mindset for the offense going forward?
Yeah, I talked to them after the game just about recommitting. You know, obviously go enjoy this one. I mean, geez, there can't be a better time for an off week. I mean, we've been going at it for 8 straight weeks, and so we have an opportunity to kind of rest up a little bit and recommit, really recommit, and that means, hey, we're going into our championship phase now as far as how we run our program and how Coach Sweeney kind of talks about the different phases of the year. And so recommitting and just making sure that we stay a mature group. And the mature group is guys that find ways to get better. And that's what this open week is going to be for, resting up, but also really, really finding ways to get better.
You mentioned DJ made mistakes today that he really hasn't all year. So that, I guess, kind of what's your message to him to keep that from happening?
Yeah, I just think we just got to look at, see how maybe what it was or if he prepared any differently or anything like that, and then really just move on, because this happens in every sport out there of you know, guys not being perfect every single game, and the key for him is just to bounce back. You know, just bounce back, and he will. He's been in a lot tougher situations, I know that. So he's built for this, and he's built for these situations.
Did you feel like he, I guess, got tentative at all maybe after that first pick? Or?
Maybe so, a little bit. And that's what I kept talking to him about is, hey, just stay in attack mode. You know, that's what it's about. Stay in attack mode and continue to trust the offensive line, trust the receivers to make plays. Yeah, I think, you know, a little bit more timid than he normally is. But he'll bounce right back.
How can you guys as coaches maybe help him mentally after this, where he doesn't get so much in his own head?
No question. I mean, this game is, I mean, I was talking to somebody the other day about it. I mean, playing quarterback in most positions, but playing quarterback is 80 to 90% mental. It really is. And so continuing to build him up and look at what he's accomplished already. I mean, as a starting quarterback, heck, it's a 14 in a row now. We got the longest streak in the country, and he's been our starting quarterback every single game, his last 14 games, you know. So, I mean, just continue to build his confidence. He's got a lot of it, but just making sure that doesn't waver at all.
Coach, Coach Streeter, you mentioned how you guys usually don't turn the ball over that often, but you did 4 times today. Is there anything Syracuse defense did that you guys didn't expect? Or?
Actually, they really didn't. I mean, they really didn't. They played a lot more base, plain defense than they have shown, and so they didn't blitz as much as they have in the past. And I think, to their credit, they just stuck with that game plan because we kept shooting ourselves in the foot, you know, and they were kind of hanging in there. And I think, you know, their thought process is, well, hey, we're hanging in there. Let's just keep doing what we're doing. So there really wasn't anything that they did that was crazy or different. We just had some mishaps with ball handling and then just ball security. We got to get corrected.
Is this the type of thing where, you know, another game further down the road, similar early struggles for DJ, you would feel comfortable making this kind of a decision again?
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows on this roster that they got to play well in order to continue to go out there and play. I mean, everybody has competition all the time. So, I mean, he knows he doesn't have to be perfect, and he's had several games already this year that he didn't start fast or you know, had to overcome a couple missed throws or misreads and then found a way to get it done, you know? So I just think that there's a lot of positive, not necessarily for DJ in that case, but there's a lot of positive that came out of what happened today because we found a way to win. We found out that, you know, Cade can come in and do some stuff, and we don't have to slow down. That's a good feeling for a coach, you know. And obviously we got to, you know, fix, you know, what DJ had going on today, but he's gonna he'll bounce right back.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Yep, absolutely.